We join the Super Legit crew before the show as they share some quick family stories.
My father-in-law has a pacemaker, which has like a monitor.
Yep.
And at one point, the toddler is running around and unplugs like this monitor thing off the wall, and it starts beeping. And I'm like, what do we do now? And my father-in-law starts clutching his chest and being like, oh no. And everyone else is laughing. And meanwhile, I'm like, great. My child just killed his grandfather. What are we going to do? Yeah, and everybody's like, oh no, that thing, it just monitors when there's an emergency. And I'm like, so can we plug it back in? Can we plug it back in? Can we plug it back in? How do we tell people if there's a thing like that? Yeah. Like, it's got a picture of a flashing heart on it. It's important.
What were those things in the 90s?
Cocaine?
It was like a little monitor.
The life alert.
Yeah,
the life alert.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
Yes.
So it was like the late 90s, and we were trying to get my great-grandmother at the time to wear one of those. And she's, her diet was just cigarettes and scotch. So she was just like, I don't need one of those. You guys are crazy. They're like, well, it could save your life. She's like, well, if my life needs to be saved, it'll be saved or whatever. And then like it ended badly, that conversation. And then like a couple hours later, she went, help, I've fallen. I need help up. And everybody ran to get her. And she was just standing like in the laundry room. She was like, see, I'll yell, you'll come and get me. It's fine.
The grandma who cried falling down and can't get out.
This isn't, you can tell what side of the family she was on. So.
Yep.
I like the idea of her putting it on and it just immediately going off. You're smoking a pack of cigarettes and drank a bottle of scotch. Like,
Right.
All right. Well, hey, we're ready to go. This, I guess, is almost since the last episode we recorded that I hosted became unusable. This is technically my first time as host.
Yeah.
Yes. Let's
So-
hope nothing untoward happens to this episode.
Don't fuck this up for me, Amy.
Oh, I've got plans.
Welcome back, everyone, to the Super Legit Podcast. Woo! Yeah. Cheers, elation.
We'll
Your
put that in
ears
post. Put that in post.
are not deceiving you. This is Michael Heiman, and I am hosting this week.
What?
Years and years of co-hosting. I've finally been given the promotion to host, and hope that no one regrets it. Joining us tonight.
It does come with a pay cut, by the way.
Yes. Oh God. Sizable.
As do
yes.
all jobs with more responsibility, of course. Thank you.
We send all the bills to you now as the new host for all of the hosting duties, which is web hosting and RSS feed hosting and everything. So yes.
For RSS, do I have to come up with a question too?
Hey, host, would you like me to yell at Jett, quiet nerd? Because as the host, whatever you tell me to do, I can enforce for you.
Do it, please.
Thank you, fellow new host, Stephen C. James. Of course, yes, please. I want, even though you're not hosting again, please just keep heel turning on Jett.
Yeah, mutual respect. I got it. Yeah.
I was going to be all supportive. I already felt bad
Shut
about
up, nerd!
the guttural...
Oh, that felt good. That felt really
It does.
good.
It always feels good.
Joining
I feel
us
like
tonight.
I've gone back in time.
On the Super Legit Podcast, you've been hearing from them, but I'm going to introduce them. Jarrett, Lennon, Kaufman.
Hello.
We have Josh Spence.
This is such a good look on you, Michael Heiman. I'm so glad you're hosting.
Oh, thank you. I've also not been cutting my hair. Chris Compton.
I'm hiding behind Michael Hyman's hair.
There's a lot of space back there. Stephen C. James.
This is the one election that I agree with the results of.
Thank you. I promise not to doge it up. And finally, we have a very special guest this week, right? Co-host Michael Heiman? Of course we do, co-host Michael Heiman. Host Michael Heiman. Oh my God, I'm getting the split personality syndrome already. But as co-host still, I have to introduce our guest. And that guest is returning champion Amy Berry. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for having me. So this is weird, but I'm going to bring this up. I saw you at the Renaissance Fair.
You did?
Nice.
Why did you say hi?
Because it was like I had a lot of turkey leg or chicken leg and a couple drinks, and it was in passing.
I understand
and
that turkey leg is also euphemism for drinks, so that's how I read there.
I turned very quickly and I went, oh my gosh, that's Michael. Oh my, I just did a podcast, but it was like in passing, and I was in costume. It was,
That's
it was
okay.
awkward.
I understand. I've had that same experience. We're like, oh, that's someone I know, and they're gone.
Yeah.
And I'm gone.
Yeah.
We're walking different ways.
Yeah.
And there they go.
Yeah.
What are the drinks like at the Renaissance Fair, and how many of them to get you? Ooh.
They're very expensive and very tall.
Yes, they are. At least they're big.
Yeah.
While they're
Which
expensive.
Renaissance fair was this?
This what is it out by past
It's in
Pasadena?
Irwindale.
There we go. Irwindale.
I believe that might be the
Oh.
one that we also went to then.
Yeah.
Like Carson something or
Oh.
Copen something or
Yeah.
It's off the 210 east. It's just very east.
yeah.
You pass that brewery, and then you get off the freeway, and
It's
it's
just generally
the-
east.
It's at some water recreation center, but it's in Irwindale.
Yep, that sounds right. Yeah.
And
I went
and
once.
I do recall after last year saying, "Hey, we need a team outing to the Ren Fair." So
I remember this.
thank you, Amy, for bringing this
I
up.
would love
because,
to.
There we go.
Yeah,
I last
It would be
went,
awesome.
I think, literally 13 years ago, and we did the pub crawl, and we were told, like, when you do the pub crawl, you need to specifically get the cider because it's the highest alcohol by volume.
Shut up, nerd.
And... Is this going to be my night where I don't get to say anything?
Welcome, motherfucker. Welcome.
I'm not having fun.
I got to go to the Ren Fair twice this year. I actually went on opening day, the first Saturday of the fair, and then I went on Sunday, the last day of the fair.
Because you're that
I
type of guy.
bookended the whole thing. I wasn't trying to do that, but that's how it worked out. And I was like thinking about, what if I got the fair pass that let me go whenever I want? It's not worth it unless you plan to go every weekend.
Yeah.
You have to go. I think you can miss one weekend. You have to go at least once, all like 5 of the 6 weekends.
Yeah.
To make it worth it.
It's a full
So how much was the
life
pass?
commitment.
How much did you pay for the pass?
I didn't. It's like $35, but the pass is a few hundred.
Yikes.
I wish it was some deal to work it out. Like, I just decided to get a new Magic Key for Disneyland because they made them available again.
Yep.
And you only have to go, the one I got, the cheapest one, 4
Same here.
times in a year.
Yep.
I went 3 times this past year paying full price on my own. I'm like, shit, I'll go another 2 times and
Yeah, that one's easier to justify.
take advantage of them. Yeah.
Yeah, we have it too.
This is the podcast guys you guys signed up for. This is great.
Yeah. Anyway, co-host Michael Heiman, you've been waiting to deliver this question. You're right, host Michael Heiman. So, this week's question comes from listener Muhammad Hazelstein. And he
Took you a while to read that one, yeah.
Yeah. I was trying to remember.
Do you have a problem reading names, Michael Heiman?
I do when they're not written down. So, Muhammad Hazelstein posits to us on the podcast, what item do you hope will be obsolete in 20 years? And Amy, as our guest, we always like to throw the question to you. I know normally our guests look behind the curtain, get a look at the question beforehand.
Yeah, I
But
had
perhaps you are.
I think you had about 10 minutes notice
I
on
had
this
about
one.
10
Yeah,
minutes
yeah.
notice, and I was trying to do some tech troubleshooting right before I got on, so I didn't have much time to think about it. But the first thing that came to my mind, I think, is actually pretty good.
Ooh.
And it's pop tabs, like the tops, the things that you
Oh,
open.
yeah.
Yes.
They're so disgusting. It's like garbage. It's like a piece of garbage that you're using to open up this thing that then you're then gonna drink. Yes. And
Yeah,
the
I've got one in my
technology
hand. It's
hasn't
awful.
changed. Pop can technology has not changed in a long time. And so I think I would like for those to disappear.
Do you have any ideas for a replacement?
Well, no.
Yep. That's how our world works. Is
Yes,
this thing
we
sucks? Someone else
complain.
should solve it.
Yes.
Well, no.
We
I mean, they
complain.
could just do it where you can just like push in the top with your own human finger,
Sure,
or
yeah.
something like that. Because I remember, like when I was a kid, they had the ones where you pulled them off,
Yeah, the
and it was
pull
just
tabs.
the pull tabs, and you just like tossed that in the street because
Right,
garbage
yeah.
isn't
Japan
forever,
has the
right?
Ramen
And-
sodas.
Yeah,
which are like that. You push it in, and it like a bead pops in, and then it's open, and that's
So
it.
I'm very picky, and that also grosses me out. I'm not quite sure what would make me feel better. I'm not.
Perhaps dehydration is what you want.
yeah.
I do hate water too, by the way. So
does my wife. So does my wife. Yes. Oh, you two need to meet.
I do think we could end drunk driving if you just put alcohol in those cardboard milk containers that he had as kids. Because the amount of time I spent trying and unsuccessfully trying to open those things as a child, imagine trying to do that 3 drinks in.
And also like the little milk cartons that you drank straight from the carton.
Oh,
get all soggy and papery.
Yeah.
It's like
The little top like corner. Yeah.
It's just like paper melts into your mouth. Like,
drink technology. I'd like it to change. That's all.
Super.
Okay, so Frankie, I'm gonna run this by you, and then you'll agree with me, so we're on the same page.
Okay, all right, I'm ready. Okay.
You are indeed stuck on a desert island, right?
Okay. Yeah.
You're stuck on a desert island with the other 5 of us, right?
Uh-huh. Yeah.
So if you pop the top on that last canned water, you get to drink the water, and we're left to dehydrate to death.
Is there a question in there? Or are you just making a statement of how I'm faster and smarter than the rest of you?
It's not always a competition, buddy. It's survival.
Well, I mean,
like, we should...
honestly, survival of the fittest. It's literally a competition. It's literally a competition. Greg, come on, Greggy, come on, Greggers. Come on. Listen, I'm holding the can.
Yes, you're holding the can. But, not to negotiate, but if everybody had some of that water, we could all survive together, and you don't get to be selfish and just drink it all for yourself.
Oh, no. I'm going to share this with Dina. Yeah, I'm going to split this water with Dina.
Did that have a pop top that we have to?
Well, yeah, I mean, it's the only way to get it open is the pop top.
Is there something I can sort of like harpoon myself with? Because this is just.
Hey, you know what? I
find it so
disgusting.
disgusting.
I tried altruism. Dina would prefer not to. So maybe
that
all
wasn't
along,
altruism. No,
I should have been selfish.
No, you like Dina. You shared it with her because you like her. What about me? What about good old Gregors? What about Phil? Phil and Kevin and McGuire over there, who's like crafting a knife for someone. Guys, we gotta watch out for McGuire over there.
You don't have to watch out for me. You'd never see me coming. I guarantee it. You would never see me coming.
Guys, we're trying to survive here. It's not a competition.
Yes, we are trying to survive here. And you know what? You know the best way to survive? Be in front of the guy in back. That's it. All you have to do is not be the last one. Well, and that's a competition right there.
To be technically, if that phrase goes, you want to be the second slowest, so the Bearcat is the slowest guy.
You want to be the last. You want to be the last one. You want to be the person.
I need to be right on
who
this?
Is alive.
You guys, my lips are cracking and bleeding. They're so dry.
Her lips are cracking, dude. Come on,
Dina. If you want a sip of this water, I can just pull this little aluminum bit right here.
It grosses me out
lift
just
this
looking at it.
Dunk. It didn't pop all the way. Dunk.
Dunk. I'm just lightly flicking it with my finger.
And then kill you 7 different ways with that tab. Heck, I wouldn't even need to sharpen it.
Phil, Kevin, appeal to reason here. If the 3 of us team up, we could have the water for ourselves. Don't you see the value in that? No? Okay. Fuck me then. We're going to die here. What are we doing? McGuire's got a knife. What, Frankie?
Gregolino, come on. Gregarious. Just chill out, man. All right? Listen, I've got the can of water. Okay? I'm going to drink the can of water. Should Dina change her mind, Dina may have a sip as well. And I hate to tell this to you. Phil and Kevin have been dead for 2 or 3 days. All right?
What?
They've just been, look, just go over there and give them a little pokey poke. That's why they're not saying anything.
Did McGuire weekend at Bernie's me?
No, McGuire is doing fine. You just haven't
But
had any
why
water
would
in a
you
while.
accuse me of that? You are clearly
Because you're the
alive
guy
right
with
now.
the knife. I'm the
Okay.
I am
And again,
not the asshole
do
in
you
this situation.
feel it between your ribs? Do you feel the knife between your ribs? No, then you're fine.
Okay, but does that mean?
Come on.
Wait, does
come
that
on,
mean-
chill?
That means because you're so good at bladesmanship that I'm not going to feel it, or because you're not going to kill
it
me?
means when you
No,
feel
I
the
want
knife
McGuire to
between your
speak on
ribs.
this.
Oh boy.
You don't speak for McGuire. I asked McGuire the questions.
I
for
feel
my
like
life.
Frankie was on the right track there, honestly. Again, it was clearly implied. Frankie picked it up. You did not. You left it
Dina, you
lying
get
on the
what we're
ground.
talking about, right,
And if
Dina?
you're bending over, picking that up off the ground, the bear or the cougar or the whatever is it's getting you, not me.
Honestly, I'm so thirsty, and I think I'm starting to lose track of threads of conversations because my brain is a little dehydrated. But I refused to put my lips on a thing that's been
Do you hear that,
opened by.
Franklin? Dehydrated brain. It's like the little baby cantaloupe
It tastes
from
better
the
than it sounds,
infomercial.
honestly, when you're kind of desperate out.
That's
in the-
not a
on the
permission to
desert.
eat her brain, McGuire. No.
I'm just saying, when
We
you get
do
desperate,
have
you eat anything.
We do have a couple dead bodies over there that are, I would presume, at least 70% water still, right?
I mean, I think the percentage is a lot higher. If you're grossed out by this pull tab, you can go ahead and just stick a straw right in Phil, see what you
Yeah,
get.
at least the body's natural. Metal is just gross and it's sort of.
What's going on?
Garbage.
You're afraid of a pull tab, but you're going to drink
Tina,
a human's fluids?
Here,
What?
hand me that shank that you just killed, that you just shoved into it.
It's not a
There
Capri
you go.
Sun. Kevin is
Enjoy.
not a Capri Sun. You just don't tap him in the belly.
Ooh.
No,
It was a
what
little
am I
hard going in,
watching?
but it works.
Wow. Dina, that
You're
seems
shrinking.
very impressive.
Oh God! Did someone
Hey,
just stick a straw in
Dean-
my stomach? Am I finally getting liposuction? Is this happening?
I'm telling you, Gregors, you are definitely the one in behind.
Legit.
Legit.
Wow. Amy, your thing reminds me of those weird we have of strong sensory reaction to certain sounds like nails on a chalkboard or
yeah.
whatnot.
Yeah, yeah.
Is that kind of
yeah.
it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you, Stephen. Thank you for the word that I've been Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that kind of it?
That's absolutely it. There's just, and I actually think it stems from when I was in school, they would raise money for schools by doing pop tops for education. So kids would just bring
Oh.
in
Oh, yeah.
these bags full of them.
Oh,
and
Do you
they-
hate cereal too?
I have. Wait, I have a confession, guys. I have a confession. If anybody knows where you can send those tabs full of pull tabs, I literally, for over a decade now, have had a bag of pull tabs. It is riding around in my car. Kyra Goldstein, former student of mine, her mother gave me a big old Ziploc bag of pull tabs, being like, I'm sure you guys can use these. And I was like,
Teachers love you right here.
sure.
Yeah.
And I've never found a place that turns them into anything.
Right, yeah.
For
I'm-
anyone.
I'm trying to make a branded suit of scale mail armor. Is that
Actually, not that bad a use. Compton. I know somebody who did that
the
because I go to the Red Fair.
Pepsi Presents Renaissance Fair?
Yeah. That reminds me of in the Fallout universe, they use bottle caps as currency.
Oh yeah.
And when I think when 4 came out, someone had been saving up bottle caps and sent like thousands to Bethesda, be like, "Can I have a copy of the game?" And I'm shocked that only one person did this
Yeah.
Wow.
because it's such a ubiquitous thing
Seems
within that,
obvious
like,
almost.
yeah. And they gave it to him, and then they were like, "Please, no one else send us any
Right.
more bottle caps.
That was
We
our
will
last
never
one."
do this
Right.
again."
Yeah.
We've made it
This
official.
was the first and only.
Send us your garbage.
Yeah. This was the first nerd
One
who was
and
bold
done.
enough to save them up and send them in. We will not honor any other nerds.
We literally had one copy available for this unstated promotion, and it is done.
Yep.
I wonder how many bottles of like Mountain Dew and Pepsi I drank when I was younger to like win the free hat for the NCAA 1999 collegiate basketball tournament. Like if your bottle cap has the winning team, you get a hat. I think maybe a couple $1,000. I won, but
Yeah.
like
Right, yeah.
You got a hat?
Yeah, Michigan State, baby, 99, the team
Nice.
Cleaves. Yeah,
And did it say collegiate basketball tournament on it? Because that's a very
very
formal piece of athletic wear.
Yeah, it was in like Courier New font. Like,
Okay, all right.
It was not the official licensed logo. Very disappointed.
Super.
Hey, buddy. I've got a gift for you. You're gonna fucking love this. Look, I know how I've been in your house. I see your collection all the time. You're always just shoving stuff in that container, and it's just filling up. And I realized there's nothing you love more than this. And so I fill up the back of the truck. You're gonna love it. It's all bags of trash. All the trash I could find, right back there for you, buddy.
Thank you. So I'm sorry. I'm about to cry. I can't believe.
I mean, you lost a tear already. Like it's oh my god, this is all I needed.
So often people just like they give you like things that they think you're gonna want, or like I looked online and this is what people like. You actually listened, and you heard me say what I really wanted. Was
what's
just
going on out there? Honey. Oh my gosh. Did your friend bring you over is that all that trash for you?
all of it. All of it.
I mean, this might be enough for you to move out of our basement.
I know. I know. Finally, I have saved up exactly 300,000 pounds of garbage. That's as much as I need to move out of this basement.
Oh my gosh. Your dad and I are so proud of you.
Oh, thank you. Thank you so much for believing in me, Mom. Thank you. Thank you. I wish Dad...
Mrs. Edelstein, I am so happy that I could be a part of this process. I mean, I feel like I'm a small part of it. I took him over the edge, but like this is Jimmy's, this is heart he put into this. And this
has been his sort of trash mountain to climb, if you will. This is sort of his Mount Everest, and it's just so good to know that he has friends who support him in this way by dropping off loads and loads of trash in our yard for years. It's just touching.
It may look like a bunch of trash there.
It sure does.
Every piece of that trash is love from someone who really cares about me. Your love is garbage right there. Mom, your love is garbage.
My love is garbage.
God rest his garbage soul, is garbage. And that garbage is going to take me to a whole new place in my life.
I can't wait for you to spread your little garbage wings and fly.
I am.
Fly, birdie.
I'm going to climb to the top of that garbage mountain and leap off and soar to where that hot, sticky wind takes me.
Just be careful, because there's like some needles in there.
Yeah,
so like just watch your landing.
It looks like the garbage truck is coming in.
Oh, what?
It looks like they're taking some of your...
No, what? Oh, but I've done so much in just the past week.
I forgot about weekly trash pickup.
Oh, God. Curse you, efficient government! Curse you!
So if I'm understanding you right, you're down here at the dump because did you lose something, like a wedding ring, or did something valuable, like a family heirloom, accidentally got thrown away?
Yes, yeah, it was 300,000 pounds of garbage, or I guess technically 1,500 tons.
Okay, like what
is that
in
easier?
That...
Are you guys metric or?
Oh,
sorry.
We're customary. I mean,
okay.
I don't have an American flag on the back of that truck for nothing.
Oh, thought you did.
Yeah. So what I'm wondering though is you need something out of that, or you need that?
I need that. So I've spent a lot of really the past week. It's pretty impressive if you think about it. Collecting 300,000 pounds of garbage to really just start me off right in life. And without that, I have to start over. Okay. And admittedly, I can clearly accomplish this in 6 days-ish amount of time. But it's still a lot of work that I put in, and that is it's not just garbage. That garbage is the love of the people I care about.
Hey,
Is this
listen,
you don't have to
wait
tell
in
line? I might get a line. Where's the line to get help back?
Take a number. You'll be right behind this guy. Hey,
Number
listen,
27.
pal. You said your name when you came in. Your name's Jimmy. Listen, Jimmy, you don't have to tell me about the metaphor between garbage and equaling love. All right? I'm well aware of that. You don't spend 38 years working these piles without knowing that all of that out there is sublimated love. All right? And I can tell you this.
So glad we are on the same page.
Not only can I give you 300,000 pounds of garbage, I can just sign over the west subsection to you. All right? Anything you need from that's going to give you a leg up, you just take. All right, kid? Hey, listen.
I'm sorry to interrupt. Can I just cut in here?
No, hold on. Jimmy, can you tell me what number you're holding real quick? Hang on. Jimmy, you're holding number 26, right? Yeah.
Damn it!
And Mr. Talkie Mick can't shut the fuck up. You're holding number 27?
That's Mr. Talkie
So,
can't make
hang on a minute.
My father's name was
Hang on a
Mr.
minute.
Talkie McShut.
Rest his garbage-loving soul.
There.
So you just take the west subsection, and we'll take care of you. All right? Hey, kid. Do you mind if I do that thing where I hold my fist up and lightly chuck you on the jaw and say,
Not
"Go
at
get
all.
him, slugger"?
Not at all. Not if
All right.
as long as you don't mind me jumping in the air and freezing there with my fist up in victory for this moment.
I wouldn't expect anything less.
All right, here we go.
Ow! You go be full of St. Elmo's
I'm
fire.
Keep working on this.
Oh,
I'm gonna keep working on this.
low ceilings. Low
yeah,
ceilings.
sorry.
All right. All right, you get out there, kid. Hey, here's some keys. Take the first truck you see.
Hey, what am I supposed to unlock? Oh, truck. Okay, gotcha. Garbage, here I come.
So, number 27,
still-
what's your fucking problem?
Oh, hi. Didn't have a problem. I saw you wheeling dealing with was that a Jimmy over there? Was that his name was
Jimmy Edelstein.
young Mr. Jimmy?
According to
Edelstein?
this form he filled out. Yep.
So it sounds like you're wheeling and dealing, and that's great. I actually have some black market garbage I'm looking to offset or maybe sell to you or any friends of the whereabouts here too, whether unknown.
Wow. So you think that we're some corrupt sanitation organization looking in the market for black market garbage?
No. I thought you were like, this is
Hey,
like Pawn Stars,
listen,
but this is like garbage stars.
I'm not ditching your Teamsters for you, all right? It's not the 70s anymore.
How did
okay?
you know that?
You
No,
can
I mean,
take-
it's not that.
Listen, all right? You're holding a very
guess, but that's
oblong
very
garbage
lucky.
bag with a zipper in the middle. All right? I'm aware of what you're trying to throw away.
I mean, you won't know until you buy it.
I'm not buying anything. Listen, I got 750 bodies stuffed under all those discarded Atari games, okay? All right?
Did you hear
my
that? It must
predecessor's
sound like
predecessor-
E.T. with all the radio waves coming out, man.
No, it's the kid trying to shift the truck. It's really hard.
Ow!
He keeps trying to freeze frame.
Number 28.
Oh, wait. That's. You know what?
Hi,
yield
guys.
Sorry,
myself
my man.
28.
Time's up. Hey. How can I help you?
Listen. I'm sort
Hey,
of a
do I get
lady
back
of
in
the
line for
night.
29?
Oh, I'm
Wait
sorry,
your
man.
turn,
Can you repeat
buddy.
that? Yeah.
I'm sort of a lady of the night, if you know what I mean.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm wondering, what I need to do to get some garbage.
Oh, okay. All right. Well,
You're not entertaining this. But okay. keep
since
going.
you have, since you're in the
I'll
business
do
of,
nothing. Ga 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 ga.
well, I will say that much like the guy who was in here before you a couple of moments ago, just
Yeah.
being plucky and having a dream means you can take as much garbage as you want. I appreciate your can-do attitude. All right, so I want you to
I don't
know.
even have to suck or fuck.
Hey, listen. This is garbage. This is all sublimated love. All
Oh my
right? And I want
God.
you to know that as a human being, you don't have to suck, fuck, or chuck anybody.
Hey,
Alright.
I'm number 30 here. I'm sorry. Is sucking and fucking an option though? Because
Not anymore, pal, because I've recently been sent down a new path by this dear gentleman.
I was talking to the garbage guy.
Well, that is up to him.
Guy.
I am going to go collect my garbage.
Legit. It's that type of podcast.
It is now.
Sure is. Yeah. Yep.
And
Sure
probably always
is.
was.
Let's put the E on this episode.
Who feels strongly about other things that
No,
they
I'd
want out of the world?
I'd like gas to go away. I would really. I am hoping.
The state of matter.
Boo. Bad take.
Yeah.
We'll be
bad
more
take.
specific.
What
Gasoline.
is
Okay.
water gonna do when it's not
Yeah.
frozen or liquid, Jet?
I love farting.
No, that's staying. That's never going anywhere.
I'd see
but,
steam
you know,
Everybody
as
laughs at a
sublimated water.
this gasoline, as we somehow took we shortened the word gasoline into gas, which is absolutely not what it is. But anyway,
Actually, I think it was Gasolina by the song.
all right, I'll go with
Daddy
that.
Yankee.
Yeah,
Daddy Yankee with the science.
I would like to be done with gasolina. I feel like the emissions are terrible.
I want to be
The
done
whole
with
refueling
gasolina.
process is
I want
terrible.
to be done with gasolina.
I think Jet and I might be the only people here who don't know the song.
No,
I
no.
don't know that song at all.
Dame Mas Gasolina. It's all about giving someone more gas.
Yeah.
That's what you
Gas
want
it
to take away from us? I think that's what it says. Now I have to look it up because I'm just realizing I always make up words to songs and I don't know that.
The
I would
problem.
love Amy Berry karaoke.
I would love if all of you have a different version of what you think this song is about.
Steven-
Oh no,
We're
we are all on the same page.
It's
honestly.
all about overthrowing, a fascist government or something.
Mine's
Steven-
about farting.
Steven, your problem is you keep listening to Ed Begley Jr.'s cover, Electricidad, por favor, which is not. It's a very different song.
I have seen Ed Begley Jr. in person riding
Shut up,
so many
Heiman.
different electric cars
No.
over the last
Mute.
20 years.
What you get in Los Angeles?
Bad Michael.
I remember
Stop talking.
when I was like in high school
No.
at the Pasadena Playhouse.
We haven't seen
He's the host. He's the host.
Yeah.
Yeah, keep going, Hyman.
No.
Yeah. Can we get him one of those mute buttons?
And students, as you can see here on the board, when we reflect back on the second stanza, in light of what we've read in stanza 6, it's clear that the underlying metaphor
Shut up,
of
nerd.
gasolina. Excuse me.
Mute button.
Listen, I know
What?
that not everyone in this freshman level English class is here for the right reasons. I know some of our university's athletes like to poke fun at the process. But I will say this.
Wiener Booger.
There is a mastery in poetry. And when we analyze these damn Yankee lyrics,
What about masturbating?
what we're doing is opening your mind. and
Like his
allowing you to
butthole
see
when
the
he's
world.
farting.
You know, sometimes when I go back into my office, I think, is this going to be the day that I change a young person's life? Is this the day that my college professorship explodes into a knowledge-seeking fountain for these young people so that they go out into the world and they make it a better place?
Like
you know
diarrhea
what?
in your pants?
Wait a minute. You're Professor Nichols, right?
Yes,
English teacher?
Yes.
You
yeah.
were my freshman English teacher. You
Oh,
changed my life.
Wow. Oh, thank you so much. I don't hear that a lot, but you know,
No,
I gotta say it feels
you
good to hear it.
Absolutely changed my life. I remember. Yeah, I can tell you. I remember to the moment sitting in your class,
Yeah.
hearing you. I think you were going through Randall Jarrell's "Death of the Ball Turret Gunner," and just
yes,
having
yeah.
this epiphany that education is awful. Like it is useless, and the word.
We cut to that.
Down.
We cut to that.
And then the metaphor of this one lone soldier, dead despite the others not knowing, is similar to the
This
way
is the
that we all
worst. Oh my god! Like this is your whole life. I don't want my life to turn out like yours. I'm out. Who here in this class is with me? Let's all
I'm
give
with
up on
you.
college right now.
Yeah.
No more college.
No more college. No
Stupid
more
rules.
I tell you, it was the best decision I ever made.
Wow. So you know what?
Oh, go on.
You know what? I'll have the chicken, please.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you.
Here we go.
Legit.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's what we call boom roasted.
And what
sad.
I'm doing right now is I'm looking over my left shoulder because of where I am in the house. I think I am like within reach of a Randall Jarrell poetry collection.
Oh shit! Really?
That's like I was like, oh man, I'm totally about to be able to cheat on this and read directly from it, but I can't. My wife has too much stuff on the shelf.
Wow.
There's too much
Compton's
stuff
got
on the
it.
shelf. Yeah.
Well,
For the real ones.
speaking of poetry,
Right.
it is time for us to pay the bills.
Yeah.
And that means it's time
Like
for our
as
ads.
poets
So,
do the whole world round.
yeah, of course. Those hardworking blue collar poets.
Famous
that-
for
that
You know, I
pay the
did
bills.
move to Los Angeles to pursue a career in poetry. Mistakes
That's
were
right.
made. Yeah.
Yeah, just like I took improv classes so I can be on SNL.
Yeah.
Not inherently wrong, just
Yeah, true.
a lot of other things. Anyway,
dumb if you
so
ask me.
co-host Michael Heiman, you've got the ad this week, right? Actually, host Michael Heiman, but since I'm also the host, we Stephen C. James has the ad for us this week. Oh,
Yes.
really? Stephen C. James does. Well, Stephen, please share the ad with us this week.
Yeah, okay. So let me go ahead and cue this up. Hey, are you trying to figure out the best way to communicate with your baby? Well, what you need is Shabaybay. Shabaybay is the only way for you to communicate with your baby. Cause when your lady says no way, all you gotta do is rely on Shabaybay. Now, Shabaybay might be the way to say that your baby is not okay. But another way that you can communicate with your baby through Shabaybay is by just letting her know, hey, baby. Shabaybay is gonna make this way easier today. So all you gotta do is reach out to Shabaybay. Now, many people are troubled by the chainsaw sounds that Shabaybay makes upon loading. Well, this app, Shabaybay, it's gonna make you go cray-cray with those chainsaw sounds. But all you have to do is be okay with the sound of a tree falling every day. Now, with Shabaybay, it's gonna make your love funk like super chunk, and you're gonna slam dunk all over that hunk, cause it's Shabaybay. So download Shabaybay today, cause you know what everyone's gonna say. I think you're doing A-okay. Shabaybay.
Amazing.
Oh,
What a great sponsor. Thank you, Stephen.
Yeah. I really think that I'm glad we're giving them a platform.
I am downloading that right now on Google Play.
that's up there with truck nuts, man. Oh my god, that's great. Oh shoot, that was so good.
And can I give them credit for saying you're gonna have love funk like Super Chunk, which was a surprising use of
Yeah.
a like late 1990s, early 2000s post punk band.
Pretty good.
It's also like a very inclusive app. It says right here, it doesn't matter if you're gay, Shabaybay is for everybody. Yeah.
I know Josh got a quarter chunk on that reference.
What about if you're in a thruple, so it's like a three-way?
Yeah.
Is that okay
Yeah.
as well?
Even,
Everything's okay.
Okay, good.
even if your pronoun is they.
Yeah,
you're good. Like,
Yeah. It says
Let's fucking
no,
do
it
this the
says
rest
here,
of the way home, baby.
It's
I'm
for
in.
from
Baby, Josh.
it's
Josh.
no, it says in the copy, It says that it can be for one person or for people who are into polyamory.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
There we go.
Okay.
There we have it.
Co-host Heiman, what was the question again for tonight's episode?
Oh,
I think
Josh.
he's the host,
wow.
Hyman.
No, I wanted to talk to the co-host.
Oh, my
Well,
bad.
sorry. You're going to deal with host Hyman right now.
Sorry.
Josh, I'm frankly shocked you didn't have a question already.
I
And that
do.
your question is,
I do. I just wanna
what's
make
the
sure.
question? What item do you hope will be obsolete in 20?
Yeah, my question to that was, can you repeat the question?
And
just
the answer was yes.
Shut up,
Did
nerd.
Josh.
Yeah.
The thing that I wish will be obsolete in 20 years is this. Not that I'm.
This podcast?
No, we're gonna still be going. We're gonna
Okay,
be.
good.
Going
Oh.
strong. 20 and strong. Season 24.
Hey.
300,000 episodes. We're going.
So, I would go into the 7-Eleven near my work because there's a gas station there, and I'm running desperately low on gas. So I go in, and I'm gonna get a coffee.
Gasolina.
Yes. And they remodeled it, but the problem is now that the rollers that used to have your quarter-pound Big Bite, your quarter-pound Burger Bite, your Buffalo Rollers, your taquitos,
Your
This
chicken
is
rollers.
7-Eleven gas station.
Yeah.
yeah, it's all self-serve now. And I don't want to live in that world. I want to live in a time where I would ask for my garbage foodstuffs to a person over the counter, and then they would use their bare hands, which I don't know where they've been, to assemble my hot dog for me. I just
What 7-Eleven were you going to where they were using their
Yeah.
bare hands? I
Yeah.
want to make sure I go to
Who's
a
Grabbing them
different
off the
one.
hot
Who's
roller?
raw dogging your hot dog?
the one that's next to Jett's house.
Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah, that
Fair
one.
enough. Fair enough, yeah.
Is that the one you go to, Jet?
Yeah.
Now he's
yeah.
thinking about every hot dog he's ever had there. Boom, yay.
Also, who are you people eating 7-Eleven hot dogs?
Yeah,
It's not
this
like
is-
hot dog technology is such that you can't do it at home. It's worth the effort to not
Wait,
have
wait,
something
everybody
been
shut the fuck
rolling
up real quick.
Since we had a
No.
functioning government.
Hot dogs at home? Tell me more about this.
Yeah. Yeah. You drop it in boiling water. That's it. That's
What?
all.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Steven, I got you beat. I won at a Black Elephant,
Yes.
a friend of the show, Rebecca Stevens' house years ago,
Mm-hmm.
a hot dog toaster.
Yep.
What?
Where you could put two
dear
hot
God.
dogs and two buns
Oh my
into
God.
it, and it toasts them both and pops them up, and
What?
it's awesome.
Magic. It's magic.
So it's a
What
toaster
world
for
is
hot dogs.
this?
I now have my answer for the question.
Well, okay. First of all,
My
Hyman,
mind's been blown away, yay.
I want to
Wait.
hear this question from Compton.
Hyman, you said this
Yes.
was at a black elephant party?
Sorry, I meant white elephant. I don't know why I said
African
black
American
elephant.
elephant
I
party.
actually don't know why I
Yeah.
said black elephant.
As a
I
matter
meant
of
white
fact,
elephant.
no. Let's hold a
Obviously.
quorum. Who here
But-
votes to overthrow Heiman as the host and install somebody
Now,
who's more?
Listen, I can explain. White elephant parties are for swapping gifts that people don't want. Black elephant parties are for murdering endangered animals.
Ah, sweet. Okay. Yeah.
Ah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
I'm with
You know, there
That's
were
how
a
Boston
lot of
rolls.
dead elephants there. It's true.
Yeah.
I
And
know.
then they celebrate by
And,
giving
and my
each
hot
other-
dog toaster.
Yeah.
And you had to walk around a lot of dead elephants in the room. Yeah.
I chose not to take home an elephant carcass.
Wait, I did want to say, Josh, you were saying, like, you don't know where the person who worked at the 7-Eleven has been. And having spent a lot of time in 7-Elevens, they are far more grossed out by you than you could ever be by them. Because they know where they've been. They've been in
Yeah.
a clean 7-Eleven. You are someone coming into 7-Eleven.
Oh,
Here's the.
Oh.
here-
24/7 for the last 20 years.
I'm actually going to agree with Compton on this, and here's why I feel bad about this part of the transaction. It'll be, let me get whatever on 5 and this. Is there anything else I can get you? They say that because they're legally required to as part of the job, and then I go, yes, I will have a quarter-pound burger bite. And they're like, okay, great. Anything else? I'm like, oh, sir, I believe you have a 3-for-3 combo that's going on, so I will also have a buffalo roller and then a taquito. And then they're like, yes, very good, sir. And then they'll prepare those two, and then they're like, okay, that'll be. I'm like, oh no, I am going to do another 3-for-3. And as a matter of fact, can you put those buffalo rollers in a hot dog bun? So it's like a horizontal. Yeah, it's like a horizontal buffalo hot dog sandwich. See, hot dogs and sandwiches can be the same.
Shut up, food nerd.
I'm okay with this.
At which point?
You're using that joke too much, Jett. You shut up, nerd.
No, I'm immune to it now.
At which points in this conversation did he throw up on you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And did that add to the flavor?
After I asked if because I grabbed the Slurpee cup and I was like, if I fill this up with cheese, that's just the price of a regular Slurpee, right?
God.
And
I gotta say,
It's a Slurpee.
Spence, I don't know if I've ever seen anybody banned from a 7-Eleven, but I don't know if
That's
I've ever
me.
heard
No,
a story
I'm the
that
guy.
makes
I'm the
someone
guy that was
more
on the news.
deserving of being
Yeah.
banned from a 7-Eleven.
No, I learned my lesson. It's fine. But I mean, those taquitos were not freshly grilled.
In my
Sure,
youth,
sure.
once I took a double gulp to the Slurpee thing, and they were very upset about that. I can only imagine how they reacted to filling the double gulp with nacho cheese.
So I guess to change my answer, in 20 years, I hope that the Slurpee machines are portable for home usage, so I can have in-home
Oh, I'm there.
Slurpee. See?
oh
yeah.
yeah.
Join the club, baby.
Yeah. I do need them all to have. I need all the flavors to have been figured out as zero sugar, though, because that is
Yes,
a
I'm like,
thing. I'm
can
making
I pour
effort
Coke
on.
Zero in my Slurpee machine?
Ooh.
Yes.
Because that would be a fucking game changer.
This is what we need to bring to the world, guys. No more improv shows. Slurpee time.
Yeah. 0 calorie Slurpees. I'm in, and I'm taking investments.
Steven's losing his
And
mind.
if anyone
He's
wants
like,
to invest right now,
I'm on
Let's
this
go.
team with these fuckers. What happened? Yeah, go read us your Nichols poem.
Yeah. I care about 7-Eleven exactly one day a year, and that's the day when my child reminds me that it
Free
is
Slurpee Day.
January 11th, and we can
July.
get a free Slurpee.
Yeah!
July. Yes, July 11th. Yeah.
oh yeah, I was gonna
Uh,
say,
and that,
on 111.
This is why he's our host.
By the way, Steven was full of crap. Oh, I think it's January 11th. I don't know. My kid tells me that. Bullshit. I've been at his house. It's circled in red. Free Slurpee Day. Like it's
There's a countdown clock on the wall.
I think if it was circled in red, he would have gotten the date right.
yeah.
It was false modesty.
Stop defending your best friend, Compton.
Right.
I think we should have multiple free Slurpee days. Like 9/11 should also.
Yeah,
be
that's
free
what I was gonna say. You don't want the kids
Yeah.
going, Dad, wake up!
you
Hooray!
get-
It's 9/11.
9/11 is Free Flights Day, actually.
That's right, yeah.
That is-
But they all end sooner than you expect.
Sorry.
Oh, too soon.
Oh.
I was teaching school during that time, and
Oh, shit, right.
like a couple of weeks afterwards, talking about too soon, a couple of weeks afterwards, one of my students was like, "Hey, Mr. James, do you think they're going to turn 9/11 into a holiday?" And I was like, "Wow, that's an interesting question, because it would be a way to memorialize those people and, take in the gravity of what happened to our nation." And that kid goes, "Sweet, free day off school." And I was just like, "Oh, I'm talking with an 8th grader."
Should have
I
known.
forgot. I forgot.
Also,
Wow.
I forgot.
talking with an American.
Wow.
Yep.
Yeah.
Just straight up.
Well, that's cool.
I think I can actually tell you. I'm trying to rack my brain. I'm like, do I remember that kid's name? Maybe I do remember her name, but I probably shouldn't put her on blast on this podcast.
She probably doesn't.
I don't want
listen.
her. I don't want her walking into Rydell and the guys being like, "Wait a second, you're that unpatriotic piece of crap."
Steven, you did say you had an answer actually for our big question.
Well, I mean, for me, I got to say right now it's the hot dog toaster. But previous to that, I was going to say, I think.
Whoa, that's an innovation, sir.
And that's
No water
anti-American.
necessary.
Defend me. Yes.
It's a
Yeah.
plug and play appliance.
Apart from like me almost wanting the cell phone to go ahead and die, because I do think we're going
Yeah.
to talk about cell phones in 20 years the way that people talk about cigarettes now. But
Oh,
I
yeah,
do think
maybe.
that paper money, just the idea of like I'm not somebody who's easily grossed out, but knowing what people do with paper money and what
Dude.
kind of shit paper money goes through. The 7-Eleven story is what reminded me of it. Because there was a
100%.
time in my 20s when I had been like playing soccer with a buddy of mine, and I was like dying of thirst, and then we go to the 7-Eleven and I go to hand the guy my money, and it is literally dripping sweaty.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the guy is just like looking at me like, no. And sure enough, He had to like flip open the drawer and lay down that incredibly wet 10 right on top of all the other ones. And I'm sure that person who got it next to
All
his
about the
change
Hamiltons,
was just
baby.
like, yeah. Mm.
I love the
So
idea.
here-
I love the idea of seeing somebody snorting cocaine through a rolled up dollar bill and going, what are you, crazy? You can't put that dollar bill in your nose.
Here's my very, very wet blanket socialist take on that. We remove paper money, and that's just sort of like war against the poor, though.
Yes. Yep.
And
Hold on a
Yep.
second. We can replace it with something else. I mean,
plastic money?
all-
What you got?
yeah.
Coke bottles.
Well, what do I got? What do I got?
Bottle caps.
Pop tops.
What I got?
Mateen Cleaves, baby.
Team interrupters. What I got is a society that actually takes care of its people, so that people
Fair.
only need money for the things that they want, as opposed to the things that they need.
Or we just go straight to
which-
Star Trek TNG post.
I
Which
hope
I
social
know we're gonna have
services are
to-
obsolete because everyone's taken care of.
Yeah.
Right?
Which I think we're probably going to have to wait at least like another, I don't know. I haven't been paying attention to the news, but I'm guessing like at least 5 years for. But maybe in 20 years, we're going to be able to get rid of, I'm still pissed off. I think maybe in 20 years, we're going to be able to look back on all this and just laugh. Just like,
Yeah,
isn't
20
it great?
years-
What a great job we are taking care of people. Man, we sure did learn our lesson.
Yeah. 20 years from now, we'll be able to look back and go, guys, remember when we were alive?
Super. I just I want to say here that this assemblage of talent is unrivaled. I am very, very happy to have all of you on board. You are the top of your field, and I think with us, we are going to clean up the mess that was left before us, which frankly shouldn't have happened to begin with. So first things first, on the agenda, I want to make sure that everybody's taken care of, and we are going to put hot dog rollers in every household.
Here, here!
Second, see, we're going there.
Yeah.
3, that's
Yeah.
great.
Yeah. A chicken in every pot and a hot dog roll in every house.
Excuse me. I just want to chime in here. As your new Secretary of Agriculture, I'm just wondering, are these hot dog rollers going to be going clockwise or counterclockwise?
This is a good question. Yes.
Oh, Mr. Junestown, thank you for joining in. I think that they should be able to go whichever direction they want to go, because that's what the people want. My question to you, Secretary of Agriculture.
That's how I am. I go whichever direction I want to go.
Are we growing those hot dogs? Do we have the hot dog seeds for this next season coming up? I want a whole
my
harvest
friend,
crop of hot dogs.
I've got a wonderful bit of news for you about the hot dog. We can make hot dogs out of just about anything. So it doesn't matter if that hot dog's made out of what's left over from the pig, or what's left over from the chicken, or what's left over from after we've eaten what's left over the pig and the chicken. We can make hot dogs out of just about anything. You want a wheat hot dog? We can make that. You want a hot dog out of barbershop clippings? We can do that too. You want a hot dog out of old Jenga pieces? You just say the word.
I am so grateful today to be able to start America's largest hot dog factory right here in my parents' basement.
Yay, Edelstein hot dogs forever!
We're so proud of you.
Adelstein.
I'd like to give you the key to the city, young man. I do suggest you wash it first.
I just wish my dad could be here today to see this moment when his family name is finally placed in such a proud point. The big sign made of garbage over our garbage that says Edelstein Garbage Hot Dog.
Excuse me, Mr. Edelstein.
Yes.
Yes, Tim Weatherton from the Local Times Gazette. I was wondering, in your bio here, you say you feel like there's a little bit of your father in every single one of these hot dogs. And isn't it true that your father did die on a desert island years and years ago?
He did, but his remains were eventually returned to us. And
Okay, all right.
you're
Thank you very much.
Scattered.
You know what? Literally no further questions.
Nope. Are you sure? I have answers.
Guys, the lifeboat is coming. We're taking Kevin with us. We're not leaving him behind. Good. Nobody's arguing with me. I'm going to take Kevin. He deserves to be buried in America, not left on this desert island. Who's going to fight me? Nobody?
I've got stakes in this here issue. Since I did suck the liquids from his body, I'm afraid that I could sort of be charged with like cannibalism or something when we get back to land. And
Dina basically turned him into a mummy.
Yeah, I you know, that was kind of crazy. I realized things were at a different time. And I just want to know that I have some kind of, protection.
See, these are the kinds of survival instincts I was talking about earlier.
Yeah.
She's going to be way in front of you when that bear is running.
Well, first of all,
He's so dry, he looks like the
I need to know that you all are going to keep your mouths shut.
Yeah. Oh,
It's a
I will
good
totally
look
keep
if
my
we're
mouth
being
shut.
Okay,
Yeah.
good.
He looks
If
like
you
the
don't-
crypt keeper. Fuck Karen Carpenter. Dina, I will totally keep my mouth shut for you. I mean, yeah.
That's so sweet of you.
so...
Of course. Do you want some water?
Dina.
Do you want a little beverage?
Oh, now I've
Little-
actually
little
sort
sip
of
of
just
stuff?
developed a taste for human liquids mixed with water.
Ooh.
It's sort of a blood combination, a serum, if you will. And I just can't go back to the flat stuff, you know.
You can't drink
Yeah.
Phil, okay? You had Kevin. Kevin was crazy times. We get it. We're going to take him home, be buried properly. But Phil, off the record. He's off the table.
Well, until he's dead.
Yeah, and then we could put him on the table and, get what we need out of
Finish him
him.
off.
Yeah, at that point.
idea.
Okay,
he
so-
goes straight on that slab.
Okay, so what you're just
Quit being a
casually
buzzkill,
saying.
Greg.
I'm
I
being
know.
the buzzkill. What you're saying is just casually kill our friend who's now alive and coming to. Kill him, pop him like a Capri-Sun, drink his juices, and then we'll feel bad about it after. That's
It's
what we're saying?
organic. It's organic.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
I mean, we
And
are
no one says
facing.
Okay.
Guys, were you going to get on the boat?
We're
Oh,
finishing
Give
this
us a minute.
up,
Give us a
sir.
minute.
Yeah, we just got some stuff, some
All right,
business
all
to
right.
work out.
Like a minute. All right, I've got number 23 right here.
So if Phil is a Capri-Sun, what are you going to say? Kevin's like a hot dog because we can grind him up for future usage? Guys, let's not be.
Okay, I come prepared, but I did not bring a meat grinder. I mean, come on, that's just there's a lot of wasted space on that. Knives are fine. We got plenty of tools, but don't be ridiculous.
For the record, I was saying not grind Kevin up. Like, why are we talking about grinding? Let's just get him
I
on
think
the
You're the
we've
one who brought it
agreed.
up.
I think
you
we've-
are the one who brought it up.
Yeah, and I think we've agreed we're going to grind him up. It's just how we're going to grind him up that is really the question that has
Technique
become.
matters,
Yeah.
Well, McGuire clearly said that he didn't have a grinder, so we can't grind them. We have to slice them into pieces, and if you're going to slice them, you're going to have to quarter slice them. That way, it's a long way, so it's an easy.
You know
Oh.
what? I'm
No.
sick of your nose. This country is gonna be great. One day it's going to invent an electric hot dog maker in every home. I swear to God. And
That's
it
wishful
comes from
thinking.
people
That's
who say
wishful thinking.
yes to everything, including grinding up their friend with whatever makeshift tools they have and eating their flesh. Okay?
You know what, Dina? I'm
Dina,
gonna
you
swear.
got my vote.
Seriously, there's a storm coming. We really do have to get going.
Oh, will you hold on, fisherman? Look,
Just
Dina,
shut
I
up,
liked
Phil.
you too, and I was trying to help you out. But you know what? Fine, I can play along. We'll take him home and we'll make him into hot dogs. You guys happy with that?
Yes, actually I am.
Yeah.
But you've been a little too
Thanks,
mouthy
Greg.
with me.
Legit.
Yeah, you know, Greg, you have been really mouthy.
And on the note of a hot dog maker at every home, that brings this episode of the Super Legit Podcast to a close. We want to thank our very special man. I realized as the host, I didn't have my whole spiel ready, but
You want to pause and get it ready?
I'm gonna do it from memory.
Jett, you said that so fucking smug, man.
Yeah, I know. Wow.
Looks
Jett,
like the
thanks
host
so
wasn't
much.
prepared this time.
Yeah.
Not so easy, is it?
Thank you, as always, to Matt Walker for intro and outro music. This episode was improvised on the spot with, along with our ads, with only a light touch of editing for your comfort. if you're liking what we're doing, please go and leave us a 5-star review on anywhere you listen.
Or 10.
You can
either way.
also submit your own questions to us by emailing us at contact@superlegitpod.com. Please follow us on Facebook, on Instagram, on Threads, maybe on Blue Sky in the future.
Yeah.
Also, tonight,
Right.
you heard the dulcet tones of Jarrett, Lennon, Kaufman, Josh Spence, Chris Compton, Stephen C. James, and our very special guest, Amy Berry.
Yeah.
Amy, do you have anything you want to promote
Having
or
me.
plug or tell the people about?
Get rid of all of your pop tops. if we can actually make this happen, I would be really happy. I'm going to be running for some kind of government office at some point someday based solely on this. So
You-
be
Do it.
prepared.
I'm in. Got my vote.
One
You are
issue
sorely
voters are
needed.
all
Dina
of
already
us.
had my vote. Now Amy does too.
Well, thank you so much, everyone. This has once again been the episode of the Super Legit Podcast. You've heard it. You've listened to it. You've absorbed it.
What are we doing?
You've contemplated in it. And now
It's
we're
going
saying
so well.
goodbye. So,
I believe in you, Michael Heiman.
I like that you're ending the show by breaking up with the listener.
yeah. We'll see you all next week.
It's not you, it's us.
That's true.
Hey, Michael. Hey, Michael.
Yeah, Josh?
Do you think you can put in a word for me with that Dina lady that was on the island in that big thing?
Josh, Tina's dead.
What?
Sorry, bro.
It's dehydration.
Yeah, that scene took place a long time ago. Yeah.
Okay.
And show?
So they usually don't just peter out like this, Amy.
I'm dead. I can't come back.
I don't believe anything's on. Oh my time, I kicked the door on its hinges just so I could move on. Oh, 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 oh.
Maybe we do peter out like this.
Yeah,
I like to end it on a whimper. Yeah, then a bang.
Yeah,
For sure.
Yeah.
Can we have that part go and then just another 3 minutes of silence?
Yeah, we can do that. Just Jett, we can build just have dead air, right? Of
A little bit of room
Oh,
tone.
that is the
and
Dead
then-
easiest way
air.
to do this.
Oh,
Yeah.
dead air.
Wow, they did a 2.5-hour episode. Whoa.
My job would be so much easier if I could just rely on the dead air.
I don't know, but now I'm like, why is there a movie called Dead Air? Seems like a real easy horror movie setup right
Oh
there.
man.
Oh, yeah.
Let's put that in the hopper. You know what?
Okay.
Don't use this in the episode. Use this in the episode. That way I can claim copyright
There
on
is
it.
2009.
Damn it. Okay. I'm rethinking it. Bread air.
Oh, okay, there we go.
Red air.
Yeah.
That's the one we wanted.
Set in a bakery.
It's available. It's available.
Okay. Sometimes the villain you hate the most is the villain you need the yeast. There we go. It's already. I'm writing it right now. Okay. There we go. Great. It's done. It's done.
We've got to get this motherfucking bread off this motherfucking plane.